Welcome everybody. This is Japan America 86, and right here I have some of my collection. As you can see, White Ranger all around. Now I have his coin, but I don't feel like digging through the box to just get the Tiger coin, so let me throw a tidbit at you. Now, I know a lot of people tend to go, oh, White Ranger's overrated, Tommy's overrated. Here's the thing. I like Tommy's story. And the reason why I like Tommy's story is because in the beginning, he almost single-handedly destroyed the Rangers. I mean, who else has come into the Megazord while they were in it and knocked them right out of it? Now, I do have Green Ranger figures, but I want to talk about White Ranger. Particularly Kibaranger from Gosei Sentai Dairanger. Now, for those of you who are Japanese, you know I totally mispronounced how it's supposed to sound. So, over here, we have the Bandai figure arts version, Tamashii Nations. And I got this as a Christmas present from my wife. This I bought for myself. Now, unlike the little effects they have on there now, they actually made Tommy look like Tommy. And then, of course, we have the Morpher. Now, this is the Legacy Morpher. I got this for relatively cheap compared to what they're selling for it now. And this is the Legacy Green White Ranger Morpher. My intention was to get the Morpher, the Dragon Flute, because I can't say another word, and Saba. And also the Power Morpher, so I had the complete set. Well, that didn't happen. So I have these, and I have some others, but I don't want to dig through all that. So, let me tell you a little something about Kibaranger. Now, those of you who have seen Gosei Sentai Dairanger, you know Cole of the Howling Wind. He's a little kid who changes from a different version than the Dairangers. The Dairangers go and use the Aura Changer, which I can't believe I didn't mention this last night or the other night when I shot my other video. But supposedly there's a rumor, it could be true because it would make sense, that they were going to introduce the Dairanger, or at least the Dairanger suits, to the Lost Galaxy and call them the Ancient Rangers, which, in my opinion, would have been awesome. And that, I guess they decided to not, they couldn't do that, so they kind of paid homage to it with Mike's morphing into the Magna Defender. Seriously, think about it. In Ginga Man, Hyuga changes into Bull Black, or Black Knight, just by using the sword and lifting it up in the air, and that was pretty much it. But with Mike, he would take the sword, throw it up in the air, and pull out this other Morpher with a ring at the end, put it into his wrist, and that would be how he changed into the Magna Defender. Now, back to what I was saying. Cole of the Howling Star was, well, he's a little punk. And if you happen to watch Dairanger, it's on Shout Factory right now. please do. Yes, it's 90s, and yes, it's cheesy, but take a look at Kamen Rider. It started off in 71. You could tell it was made in 71, but it's still a really good show. It has a good story, and Hiroshi Fujioka is just an amazing actor and a legend amongst the Japanese community. So, here we go. Why I like Tommy so much is because with him, he started off, like I mentioned, as the bad guy. He was the one who almost single-handedly destroyed the Rangers. And when he finally changed sides, the spell was broken. He joined with the Rangers and went on as the Green Ranger until he lost his powers. And originally, he was only supposed to be like for a certain number of episodes. And that was it. I mean, they didn't have much footage for the Green Ranger due to the fact that in Koru Sentai Ranger, the character of Barai winds up dying shortly after his reveal. Yes, kids. For those of you who watch Super Sentai and want to watch the Japanese version of Power Rangers, they die. And most of them stay dead. So, and no one to was this same for young adults? Nope, this was for families. I mean, just because it has superheroes and flashy costumes doesn't mean it's just for kids. And make sure it teaches that. Now, what's cool is, back to this, he earned, and when he gave his, he went from the green to the white to red Zeo, and then he became the first red Turbo Ranger, and then by pure chance became Black Dino Thunder Ranger. Now what I like is in the episode where he passes on his powers to TJ, I cannot remember her name to save my life, but the lady that replaced Zordon after he left said you have paid your price. You have earned the ability to no longer have to be a ranger. You have earned your place again. You have paid your debt. And that's why it's cool, because now he can pass on being a ranger to someone else. Let someone else have that responsibility. Now, say what you will about Mighty Morphin Power Rangers or Power Rangers in general, it's a good show. Oh, but you're going like, oh, they didn't use this from the Japanese show. Well, yeah, because they gotta make an adaptation, and I'm actually happy for them taking the basis of the original Sentai programming with these seasons and putting their own spin on it, making more original ideas. Like, we're going to take from Sentai, but we're going to make our own ideas. So, I would love to see adaptations of Kamen Rider. Right now, I'm watching the first Kamen Rider series, also known as Kamen Rider Ichigo, and Kamen Rider Kuga. So yeah, there's that. Let me show you what this thing does. Now, as you can see, it has the buckle, and it's tinted green. Not green, gold. Can't talk today. So you just take it, flip this thing out, and pull it. As you see here, coin keeps popping out, which aggravates the snot out of me. Take it in there. Muffle fully out. Let me turn it on. Be like, it's wolfing time! So you go like, it's wolfing time! And for nostalgia's sake, And this will keep going once you close it. The only way to interrupt is to turn it off or morph again. So there's that. Sorry, the camera's kind of shaky. So that's my thought. My next video will be on Kibaranger build, and maybe even the Bayon driver from Kibaranger GO. Now, I have all the watches coming in. One of the mirrored watches for Kibaranger was. So hopefully I'll have those when I'm able to do the video. So there's my thoughts. If you have any comments, leave them down below. Thank you, and this is Japan America 86. Have a good night.